So obviously it's a little bit brighter than last night's video because I'm recording it right now. It'll go up in about half an hour hopefully, similar to how I did last night, but it won't be as long as last night's. Also, thank you to the 15 people that have watched the Avengers video so far. That's more than I was expecting altogether, to be honest, so thank you. Obviously, name of the video is Annabelle review. Annabelle is the prequel that's set for The Conjuring, because the tagline is before The Conjuring there was Annabelle. For those of you who have seen The Conjuring, you know exactly what I'm on about. The video at the start of The Conjuring, it's basically the Annabelle doll explaining what happened with it to the nurses. However, this is a year before that. It's about a couple who buy this doll and end up with a satanic couple going and trying to kill them, but ends up performing a ritual onto this doll, ends up opening a demon to this world which possesses this doll. Not as scary as The Conjuring, which is a good thing considering the fact that last time I was a bit freaked out by The Conjuring. Anyone who you ask who saw me after that will say, yeah, it did scare him a bit, and I will admit it's the only film that has actually scared me. A few good jump scares on it and a few legitimate disturbing moments, like, I don't want to ruin it, but there's a bit where it's implied that a mother has killed her baby. That's pretty dark, that bit is, and that's also a massive spoiler, but I won't reveal how or why or when. One of the scariest moments for me was the bit the main character is trying to escape through the front door and the priest is stood with his back to the door, so he stood like at the other side of the door looking away from it, and he starts saying, normally, may God have mercy on your soul, and he does it like a really dark screaming noise, and his face is like all cracked and his eyes are like pink and bloody, and it's not actually him, it's the demon, and it's an absolutely terrifying moment. I know that sounds silly, but it's one of the most terrifying moments from that film. A notable cameo at the end, the older woman from Insidious 1 and 2, and from the 2001 Maniacs films, was in it, I believe. I'm 99.9% sure that it was her, but don't take my word for it that it was her. And it clearly links on to The Conjuring with that scene. I won't give away what's said or what happens, but it's linked onto it from that. Once again, something surprising, no swearing. I know that seems odd, but horror films nowadays normally always contain swearing. So I was a little surprised that there was no swearing again, but then again, perhaps not overly surprised because of The Conjuring, and it was the prequel to that. Bloody violence in this one. There's a moment where a couple gets killed, a pregnant woman gets stabbed, someone gets shot, someone kills themselves. Yeah, some very, very bloody moments in the film, in all honesty, and some surprising moments. I can't give it a 10 out of 10, obviously, because it's not as good as The Conjuring. I'd have to give it probably a 7.5. Weak at times, but that's probably because it seemed to me like it was trying to be Insidious meets The Conjuring. A few good jump scares in it, I will give you that, and a few moments that will surprise people and terrify them. I don't know whether they're making a sequel to it or not, probably not, but obviously next year it's rumoured that The Conjuring sequel is coming out, so there's that to look forward to.